Hello my radiant souls, welcome to today's yoga class. We are in Fontainebleau in France, and Fontainebleau is famous for its bouldering. So it's actually the second time I've been here and to this exact place. And the bouldering is just in this magical forest. And in any forest, I always feel really grounded and connected. So this yoga class is going to be themed around grounding. It's going to be a grounding practice. And so when I teach a grounding yoga practice, I like to bring it back to our Muladhara chakra. This is our first chakra in the system. And Muladhara in Sanskrit actually means root support. So this is not only our roots to our bodies, but it's also the root to the earth. It's what helps us to feel connected, supported, and stable throughout our yoga practice, throughout our lives. So in this class, we're going to start with a little bit of breath work before we start moving our bodies. And before we start moving our bodies, I wanted to take a minute to talk about how else we can ground ourselves through nature, and that is by walking barefoot. And I love walking barefoot anywhere if it is possible. And it's not only good for your foot strength, but it is also good at helping you to feel grounded and connected. So if I'm going to give you a little exercise to do today, then maybe just try this. It can be in your garden, and if you aren't comfortable with walking barefoot outside, just do it around your house. And just let me know how you find it and if you notice any difference. I would be barefoot now myself, but it's actually really cold. I have 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of leggings, and 2 long sleeve tops on. So yeah, I would be barefoot if I could be. Let's start the practice. You can just start in a sitting position, or you can start in hero's pose on your knees. I'm gonna bring the palms of the hands face down on top of the knees, roll the shoulders down and away from the ears, sit up nice and tall, softly close your eyes. And just start by taking some slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. Feel yourself grounded into your sit bones. And we're going to start with some box breathing. So if you just imagine a box in your mind's eye, a square, and start at the bottom right corner, you're going to inhale along the bottom and then hold your breath along the side, and then exhale along the top and then hold your breath down the other side. So we're going to do this for 4 seconds each length of the square. So let's all take an exhale now and start to inhale for 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. And just carry on with this breath, making sure each cycle is the same length. And just take one more cycle of this breath. And on your next breath hold at the end of the exhale, just come back to your normal breathing rhythm. And just find a rhythm that you can maintain throughout the class. Something that you can come back to. And you can keep your eyes closed as you transition into a wide-legged child's pose. So just coming to the back of your mat, bring your big toes together, knees wide apart, and walk your hands forwards. And you can just rest your forehead down onto the mat. Feel the connection of that space between the eyebrows and the mat below you. Sink your hips towards your heels. Maybe stretch your fingertips a little bit closer to the top of your mat to feel the length down the side bodies. On your next inhale, start to push into your hands, start to lift your chest. Bring your knees together, coming to all fours for a couple rounds of our cat-cow. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. And just keep going with your cat-cow. Try and connect your movement with your breath. And take one more round. And come back to a neutral spine. Step your hands forward, sink the heart space down, come to your puppy pose, and just rest your forehead on the mat again. The space between the arms. And feel the opening in your shoulders. Push into the tops of your feet. Start to ripple the spine forwards, come to your Sphinx pose, lowering your hips, pull the heart space between the shoulder blades. Again, pushing into the tops of the feet, shine the heart space forwards. And maybe stay here, or you can push into the hands to lift the forearms, coming to a seal pose. Take one more round of breath. As you exhale, lowering the chest, bring your hands underneath the shoulders, tuck under the toes, come to all fours, and then push your hips back, downward facing dog. First down dog of practice, so just take a moment to pedal into your feet. Pushing the chest towards your thighs. And then coming to a still downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg towards the sky, 3-leg dog. Bend into the knee, pull the knee in towards the chest, step the foot between the hand, open to your Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Sink nice and deep into that front leg. And really feel your base here, feel strong and connected through the legs. And a lightness in the upper body, so just drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Flip the right hand, reverse your warrior. Come back to your warrior 2, straighten into the right leg. Lean the chest forwards and we're coming to Trikonasana. Release the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Trying to stack the shoulders on top of each other. Start to windmill the left hand to the top of your mat, bend into the right leg, lowering to low lunge. Sinking your hips down and forwards. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to straighten the right leg, come to your half splits. Start to re-bend into your right leg, ground into your hands, step back to your downward facing dog. And we'll just take that sequence the other side. Inhale the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, pull the knee in towards the chest, step the foot between the hands, open to your Virabhadrasana 2. Sink nice and low into the left leg. A lightness in the upper body. Flipping the left hand, reverse your warrior. Come back to your warrior 2, straighten your front leg, release into your Trikonasana. Start to windmill the right hand to the top of your mat, bend into the front leg, lower the back, come to your low lunge. So we're just trying to flow really nice and slow through these movements, trying to feel our stability, focusing on that. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, straighten the front leg, come to your half splits. On your next inhale, come back to your lunge, ground into your hands, step back to your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Inhale, come high up onto the toes, bend into the knees, step or jump to the top of your mat to your forward fold. And you can take as much of a bend in the knees as you need to here. Hold onto your opposite elbow and just take a ragdoll fold, take a sway side to side. And then come back to center, really deep bend in the knees. We're going to roll all the way up to standing. Our arms are going to come up and overhead. Take an inhale, exhale, hands to heart. And just release your hands now either side of the body, coming to Tadasana, mountain pose. Softly close your eyes. I want you to just rock back and forth. And then rock side to side. And then try and find your center, finding your center of gravity. And just start to imagine the energy lines traveling from the crown of the head all the way down, through the chakras, through the roots, and then through your legs into the ground. Maybe spreading into all 10 toes. Feel the connection of the mat below your feet. And then start to lean into the left foot. Softly blink your eyes open and find a drishti, a point of focus, as we start to hug the right knee in towards the chest. So we're moving into our tree pose, bringing the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Bring your hands to the center of your heart. Feeling nice and stable in the left leg. And if you do feel strong enough and stable enough, start to extend the arms towards the sky. Imagining that they're branches, maybe you sway your arms a little bit side to side. Imagining you are a tree in a forest. Maybe you put yourself in a forest, one of your favorite ones. And slowly start to bring your hands back to heart center. Hug the right knee in towards the chest. And we're going to take as a gentle of a step back into our high lunge as we can. And once your back foot lands, extend the arms up and overhead. Sink nice and low into the left leg. Take a nice big inhale through your nose. As you exhale, bring the hands down to frame your front foot, lower the back knee, low lunge. And we're going to come to lift our hands to the center of the heart space again. And then we're going to drop the left hand to the outside of our mat. Right arm comes up and overhead. Big side body stretch. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm over. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands come down, start to straighten into the left leg, half splits. And then we're going to sit all the way back onto our glutes, bring our right leg in front, bringing the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, start to lift the chest, bringing the left forearm to the inside of the left leg. Right arm comes up and over, reach for the left toes. Roll the right shoulder back. On your next inhale, your right arm is going to come behind, lift the hips, left arm comes up and overhead. Push the hips forward. And releasing your hips down. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana, butterfly fold. Interlace the hands underneath the feet. Start to fold over. Releasing your chest forwards. And start to lift your chest, coming to all fours. And then tucking your toes, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come high up onto your toes, bend into the knees, step or jump to your Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a really deep bend in your knees, start to round the spine, root to rise, come all the way up to your Tadasana. Palms shine forward, roll the shoulders down, close the eyes again. And just take those rocks forwards and backwards. And side to side. And then coming to your center of gravity. And just feeling the energy going down from the crown all the way down the chakras. Building roots into the soles of your feet, rooting into the earth. And start to lean into the right foot. Softly blink the eyes open. Find your drishti as you start to hug the left knee in towards the chest. Moving to tree pose, sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Bringing the palms to the center of your heart space. And again, if you want to reach your arms up like branches, maybe swaying a bit side to side. And then start to bring your hands to the center of the heart space. Hug the left knee in towards the chest, and as gently as you can, we're going to step the left foot back. Extend the arms to the sky, sink nice and low into the right leg. High lunge. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame your right foot, lower the back leg. Coming to your low lunge. Untucking the back toes. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands to the center of the heart space. And then we're going to take those side body stretches. Release the right hand down, left arm comes up and over. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down, start to straighten into your front leg, half splits. Start to release the hips back, bringing the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, start to lift your chest. Right forearm to the inside of the right leg, left arm comes up and over. Roll the left shoulder back. Inhale, start to lift the chest, left arm comes behind, lift the hips. Big side body stretch. And releasing your hips down. We're going to come to our forward fold, so both legs extend. Inhale, arms come up, flex into the feet. Exhale, forward fold. And with your inhale, find a bit of length and space in the spine. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, start to lift your chest, bringing your feet hip width distance apart. Just take a little rock with the knees side to side. Coming to center, hook the right leg over the left, come down onto your forearms and just let the legs fall off to the left side. Inhale back to center, switching sides. Let the legs fall over to the left, to the right, sorry. Inhale, come back to center, lift the chest, and we're coming to reverse table. Ground into the hands, lift the hips, squeezing into the glutes, pull the knees in towards each other. And maybe you start to drop the head back. And releasing your hips down. And I'm going to finish this class in a seated meditation, so you can choose if you join me with that or you can come onto your back. And I'm just going to take a half lotus, grounding my hands on top of my knees. Roll the shoulders down and away. Grounding into the sit bones. Softening the breath and softening the body. Nice slow breaths in and out of the nose. And just try to check in with yourself and check out with the rest of your day. Just be here and now. And you can repeat the words to yourself. The earth supports me. The earth supports me. And start to deepen your breath. And let's all take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra in the center of your heart space and bow down. Softly blink the eyes open. Namaste yogis, thank you so much for joining me for this grounding yoga class. I hope that you are feeling recentered and regrounded in yourself and you're ready to carry on the rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing. I do encourage you to get out into nature and maybe try some grounding practices, walking barefoot. I myself am gonna walk around this beautiful forest and maybe do some bouldering as well. So I will leave you with this class and I hope to see you another time on the mat. Namaste.